Is Black Desert pay to win? When I restarted playing Black Desert recently, I expected it to be filled with pay to win elements. Sure, it is mostly positive on Steam, but nowadays a lot of games are filled with pay to win elements. It isn't a rarity anymore, it basically became the norm. Especially in free games, especially in online games, and especially in games like this. But is that really the case? So let's go ahead and answer your question, and also something that has been in the back of my mind for a long time today. Hi, it's me, I for one. So Black Desert isn't really free. It ticks the box of being an MMO, but free is actually not the case. You pay $10 for the normal edition and more for the other free editions, which essentially just contains things you can buy on the in-game real money store, making them more or less in essence just discounted in-game packs. And you can buy a lot in this game with real money. You can buy in-game skins, premium time, which gives you convenience bonuses like 60 more inventory slots, more slots in your bank and more space in the auction house. You can even buy a 100% XP bonus for real money. And if that wasn't enough, you can sell exactly those costumes you can buy in the real money store on the in-game market to other players. And for that money, you can buy yourself armor pieces, weapons, upgrades, basically anything to make your character stronger and anything that is available to sell on the in-game market. Sure, it works the other way around too, but it doesn't really make it a whole lot better, does it? But if we go by the definition of the Cambridge Dictionary, it is described as spending real money to gain an advantage over other players in a video game. And I would personally also add an unfair advantage, just to specify it a bit more, and due to the fact that otherwise basically everything is pay to win. So we kinda have to do a slight distinction here, just for the sake of this video essentially. But do you know what you can't buy for real money? A subscription to my channel and joining my Discord, as both of those are free. So if you want to stay updated on my channel, play games together and just know what is going on, come and join my Discord, linked in the video description, and hit the subscribe button really hard to stay notified. Anyway, on with the video. In essence, Black Desert is pay to win. Well, not really, at least not yet. And please do me a favor and watch this video until the end so you can hear my full analysis of it. And don't just take these 3 words as granted. Because so far, we only actually take the gives an advantage box. Unfair isn't ticked yet. Because for that, we need to do more research. We need to find out, is it actually unfair? I don't know, but the question here is, what constitutes unfair? In today's age, many games are in fact very unfair. From tokens in World of Warcraft to buying a strong tank or playing War Thunder or just entirely skipping all the grind in a video game, pay to win can come in many forms. And not all of them directly tick the pay to win box, because just skipping the grind doesn't make you necessarily better, at least that is what they say. However, it can make a game more enjoyable, especially if the progression in the game is designed in a way to make you spend as much time as possible, actually getting whatever progress you want to achieve in the first place, to intensify the desire to be able to just be over and done with it, so you end up spending on it anyway, even though you may have not planned in the first place. That is how companies make money, especially if the game is free. And that is how even paying for convenience can end up being pay to win if it makes something unbearable all of a sudden bearable. Some games do it less bad, some do it more bad. And to know if the game is truly unfair, there's only one way for me to find it out. I do it myself. Yep, look at me, being queen of spending my wallet into a game that at this point I only played for 1 week. Not to mention it essentially was prime time to do it, as there's massive discounts in the game as well, making it even more of a pay-to-win experience if you know what I'm getting at. I did this at the time originally not to document it, but mainly because it ties back into a game that I played a long time ago, and I genuinely enjoyed it. But it made me wonder, is the game pay-to-win? So I went ahead and just spent money on the game, and after spending $80 on the game and buying the most discounted, highest value for real cash packs, I ended up with a lot of skins I could sell. A lot being about 1.2 billion silver per skin pack, and having a total of 13 packs worth a total of 15.6 billion silver. That is a big number. However, did this make me better at the game? Did I win? Well, that's an answer I would like to know. I for sure will win every beauty contest, considering I now have at least 2 skins per character and can freely even choose which one I want. But it may surprise you, but I sold exactly 1 of them. Because I mistaked and chose a costume I didn't want in the first place. And why? Because it simply wasn't worth it. The next best item I could get simply was too expensive. I don't have something you would call good gear in this game, but even so the next best item would be 24 billion silver per piece, which simply wasn't worth it to me. Especially after I played the game just a bit more and stumbled upon the fact that if you sit down with 4 friends and run some decently strong bosses, if you're decently good at it, even with bad gear, you can make 700 to 800 million per hour. And if you're actually good at the game, and not like me, you can make 1.2 billion or more power at something that is not random, where you can simply sit down and play the game to make a bit of money. And to put that into perspective, the main pay-to-convenience item has a price tag of 600 million for 30 days. The second pay-to-convenience item has a price tag of 1 billion for 30 days. And the XP boost item, which essentially is a roughly 10% XP boost considering how many other free options you have that aren't hidden at all, and you simply receive as login rewards or regular rewards, costs another 1 billion per month. Which, even as a new player, using a not hard at all PvE option in the game would take me 3 hours, maybe 4 at worst, or 1 to 2 hours to get an expensive skin. Although it would be nice if they simply didn't have 3 different levels of convenience items. I mean, I guess I don't really care, but like it's kinda, you know, not very convenient if there's 3 different ones and you kinda only need one of... I don't understand it. Like, I still haven't understand if like they are necessary or not. It doesn't feel like it, but there's 3 of them. Why? Why is there 3 of them? And I think that is what differentiates an unfair advantage from simply a developer wanting to make money. In the back of my head, there is no pressure to farm money to pay my subscription, no pressure to catch up to someone who paid real money. I tried to pay to win, and I failed at it. I'm not gonna spend 300 euros or more on essentially what is just one small upgrade, and it honestly makes me happy. What I think constitutes pay to win, or what people consider as pay to win, is a game in which it is either unrealistic to buy the paid benefits, or so hard to achieve that it's basically becoming a day job and a long and arduous grind. And genuinely, it simply isn't the case here. 1 hour to get what would cost you $20 is honestly fine with me, as you can play the game entirely for free and not constantly think about how do I manage to catch up now. It simply isn't in the back of your mind. There is no pressure, no need, no real reason to spend money on the game. You can, and I did too, but more because I was bored and wanted to look cool, not because I wanted to actually progress. Instead, I just played the game normally and never even felt the need to sell what amounts to $20 per skin I could sell, because why sell it if I can gain exactly the same by just playing the game for an hour? There simply is no need for it. So, is Blank Desert pay to win? Yes, but is it unfair? No. It essentially is just your average game nowadays. In an environment filled with fear of missing out, with time-limited skins, expensive add-ons, battle passes and many more. And having played a lot of EVE Online, where a month playtime to even be able to play the game takes 5 to 20 hours to farm among other options to skip the grind. Honestly, this isn't bad. Don't get me wrong, EVE Online is not a bad game, however its monetization is a topic for a whole other video which I'm not gonna touch here. But this was a very positive experience and I'm honestly happy. But I did also get a bunch of people to play the game with me, and they too had actually the same experience playing the game entirely for free. Not to mention, most of the convenience items are given out for free during events, save as special skins, the normal skins from the store, and so on. To put it into context, I haven't run out of free convenience items for this game in 2,300 hours into this game. Sure, most of them are very old playtime, but even so, it still is fine, and I played it like 100 hours since I came back. I haven't been able to redeem all the costumes I bought for $80 at a heavily discounted price, especially cutting the cost to less than 1/4 on cost. And I also have in fact so many free pro and convenience items that I haven't been able to even redeem them all. Have I felt enticed into spending? Yes, but more because I just wanted to be the fancy looking character, not because I actually needed anything. But I'm curious, what is your opinion on this? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Did I miss something? Tell me in the comments, but this is everything from me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to leave a like and subscribe, and a big thank you to all my supporters who helped me financially, especially my longest and biggest financial supporters, Psylit, BillPay, Xander and Digital Titan, who are long-term supporters of the channel since I started and before. But this is all from me, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!